Day 9 as your Ring Post Daily Champion, and it feels great. I am being gifted golden glasses. I am being gifted my title at wrestling events. I have news reporters coming to me, shaking my hand, telling me that they appreciate me. I'm going out in front of wrestling crowds, earning and taking my appreciation. And now, this Friday, one-on-one with Joe Monroe, I go live on the Joe Monroe Show. I am leaving the Ring Post Daily podcast booth for an evening, and I'm sitting down with Joe Monroe one-on-one. He contacted me. He said that he likes the work I'm doing. He said that he likes everything I'm saying, everything I'm doing, and he's right. He's smart, because that is exactly the right thing to say. That's the right thing to feel. He wanted a champion on his show, and he didn't look for Mr. RPD. He didn't go to any other podcast. He didn't go to any other wrestling type of business. He came to Ring Post Daily and messaged me, my inbox. And I was honored to accept that invitation. So Friday night, I will be going one-on-one with Joe Monroe on the Joe Monroe Show podcast. You see, Ty, it's simple as this. You may have been first ever this and longest reigning that. But Tyreyk, all you ever did was show up every Thursday or Friday and parade around with the title like it was a toy. I'm going around at actual events, actual wrestling events. I'm going on other shows. I'm taking this to the grocery store, to the restaurants, the gas stations. If there's a door on the building, I'm walking through it, and I got this on my shoulder or around my waist. People are seeing right here the Ring Post Daily name, the Ring Post Daily logo, the Ring Post Daily Champion, and it is getting eyes on the product. So much so, Ty, let me point something out to you. The numbers don't lie. My promos that I've been doing every day since winning this title has tripled the numbers of our actual episodes. What does that tell you, Ty? That tells you that I am ratings. That tells you that I am the gold standard of this show. And it tells you that I am the measuring stick of RPD. Now, Ty, you were once a hungry young man. I remember before there was a Ring General title and a Call Your Shot contract. I remember before there was a connection with TSW, and before there was Eddie Wade and Austin Cochran. There was just you, me, and Jesse. The three of us. And you were one hungry son of a gun, I'll give you that. You were ready to be the first champion. You were ready to make history. But that's not the same Tyreyk that we see anymore, is it? Truth is you're no longer that hungry Tyreyk. No. Now you're desperate and you're starving and you're willing to do anything to take this title off of me, even if it means using your 1-point advantage. Now, Ty, another thing I want to point out is when I won this title, and you being one of the men that I defeated for it, I didn't have a 1-point advantage. I beat you 0-0-0. Scoreboard all equal, all squared up, all fair. And I was a better man on that evening. But if you beat me, Ty, and you use a 1-point advantage, you didn't really beat the champ. You backdoored your way into being champion. Now that's your right. That's your choice. You can use that ring and you can cash in on me. But I'm going to let you know, Ty, if you beat me with a 1-point advantage, the very first chance you get, that doesn't make you a champ. That makes you a cheater. That makes you a desperate, starving version of yourself. Now, Ty, I proposed a challenge to you. Everyone who watches wrestling knows that November is the month for wrestling. It is Survivor Series. It is War Games. And that gave me a genius idea. 4 out of 5 people on this podcast are competing. And it just so happens that 2 of those people represent the Brotherhood, me and Eddie Wade. And then you got Mr. RPD and the Dark Horse, Austin Cochran. And the funny thing is I came up with a history-making match. We always call my ideas Vince Russo ideas. But this ain't a Vince Russo idea. This is a Joey Hudson original. Survival of the fittest. Winners take all. If Tyreyk's team wins, Tyreyk gets the bragging rights of beating me and Eddie Wade. If Tyreyk wins, he keeps his ring post daily ring general's ring, and Austin Cochran wins his first ever ring post daily championship. But if the Brotherhood members Eddie Wade and Joey Hudson win the match, Joey keeps his title, and Eddie Wade brings the ring general ring right back to the Brotherhood where it belongs. Now, Ty, I once believed that you had the heart and the balls of a champion, but I don't think you have that in you anymore. See, in your head, those wires are crossed, and you're trying to believe a story that you wrote. But I'm going to set you straight, bud. You think I'm trying to get out of that 1-point advantage? Guess what? This title's being defended at the end of November regardless of the match type, regardless of what happens. And all I'm trying to do is I'm not trying to get out of this match. I'm not trying to get out of defending it against you. I want to defend it against you. But I want to defend this title in the most history-making way possible. And that is the first ever Winners Take All Survival of the Fittest matchup. And I want to give Austin Cochran that opportunity to become champion for the first time. And I want to give Eddie Wade that opportunity to be ring general once again. And I want to give you and me, Tyreyk, the history-making moment us champions deserve. And that is all the titles, all the gold, all the marbles on the line. Everything laid out on the table in front of us. And we go to war with our partners. And somehow, some way, a new champion or 2, whatever, will be crowned. Ty, as I'm making factual videos and promos, you're commenting with clown emojis. Really? Really, Ty? You're going to comment with emojis? That's cute. I was once 11 years old too. Hell, Ty, I'm the one out here offering you challenges. And you're the one that's responding with, I'll get back to you on my time. That's because you're scared. Now I put you in a predicament where either A, I predicted the obvious of you cashing in on me, or I laid out the challenge that you cowered out of and declined like that. I can't wait to see your response, Ty, because I know exactly what's going to happen. You're going to cash in on me and be the people's puppet. You're going to do what everyone thinks that you're going to do, and you're going to do exactly what I know you're going to do. You're going to play fiddle to these people, to these RPD and TSW fans all the way back. You're going to get that 1 point advantage because you know deep down in your heart you need that advantage to beat me. So you go on, Ty. You take all the time you want. You give the response that I know you're going to give. Because not only are you predictable, but you're not the same Tyreyk that once stepped in the ring post daily, hungry and ready for opportunities. Now you're that starving, desperate Tyreyk that will do anything possible to take this off of me. You have a chance, Tyreyk. Make history or make a fool of yourself. Prove the champ and the fans wrong, or just prove me right. I have a feeling you're going to go with the safer option, because that's what you do nowadays. Nowadays, Tyreyk, you fumble the ball. Nowadays, you throw it away. Nowadays, you lose and lose and lose. And now you finally win one, and you're feeling confident. Because you know you have a 1 point advantage over me. Tyreyk, all I want is to make history with you, brother. I see the history you've made. I know the champion that you once were. I see that within you, buddy. I do. But nowadays, I don't see that Tyreyk anymore. And that makes me sad. Because I was really hoping to have you on my side and choose this type of survival of the fittest, winners take all match and make history once again. But maybe that Tyreyk doesn't exist anymore. Maybe the only Tyreyk we're ever going to get is the empty shell of a competitor that he once was. Tyreyk, if you aren't going to accept my challenge, if you aren't going to be the champion you once was, at least do one thing. At least do one thing if you're not going to do anything else. And that is appreciate me.